Alright guys, well this is definitely a different environment from what you're used to for sure, obviously, but if you have read the title, why do I always start like that? Anyways, if you've read the title, it's going to be a review of an iPod docking system for the car, alright? This, you can buy this in the description. It doesn't have a real name, like a specific brand name or something. And yes, I was in the middle of steam cleaning the car and had some issues and decided to to do this review. So that's why I'm not all dressed up. Actually, you can't even see me, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, here it is. Okay, it's made for iPod, but it will work for, well, I'll show you in a minute. It works for just about anything. Basically, what you got here is you got your two side grips right here. They can come in. They can stop at different levels, you know, you can pinch it in a little bit just to fit it nice and snug, and then there's a button on the side that releases them back out. That's as far as they go. I wish they did go a little bit wider, because if you have an iPod with a case like I do, it fits in here on the widest setting, but it's pretty snug and kind of feels like it's just really snug on the widest setting. But that is a very good thing. It will fit with the silicone case, it will fit with most leather cases. So that works good. Well, this is for the iPod Touch anyways, and iPhone, so those ones will most likely fit. The reason why it's made for iPod is because it has this this charging cable built in right here. This is made for only iPods, so all iPods will be able to charge from this, but it does have an additional USB port right here on the side, meaning you can plug a USB in there if you have a Zune, for instance. Zune fits in here fine as well. Have a Zune, plug in the Zune plug there, and then just plug it down here and don't use this. Plug in the USB cable. So it's one more cable in the way, but it fits for everything, which is good. Down here, you've got a bendable arm, and you've got a little screw here you can loosen, and it tilts this back and forth, whichever direction you'd like it. And then you can tighten it to make it fit. They also have a nice little LED blue light indicator down here of when it's on and working. It's got a nice grip here, so it holds in the cigarette lighter well. It doesn't spin around, and yes, also it's got the auxiliary port right here at the top. One other plus with this thing is it's also an FM transmitter, which is up here. You got the button here. I'm not quite sure even what this button does. I couldn't really figure it out. Maybe program it or something, and this goes up and down. I haven't had a whole lot of time with it. I bought it just today. I got it just today, actually. I bought it a few days ago. So let's plug this in. First, let's turn the key back in the car so we can turn on the stereo. And I'm not really going to even be using the auxiliary with this, because I just have the auxiliary port on my stereo already. But there's also a problem. You need to check where your cigarette lighters are. For this car only has one, and it happens to be right here behind the steering wheel. Meaning, when I plug this guy in, where does it go? It's going to be right here. It's going to be right on my wiper, whatever you call this, wiper bar there, and it's going to be in the way. Now, due to the weight of the iPod, you can't even have it sideways like this, because when you stick the iPod in here, because of the angle, it's just going to spin and fall down. So it's kind of, you can't really do anything about that, but that is a negative. So let's see what this can do. First, you can plug it in the bottom. Charges. Shows charging screen. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so then down here we got this is the regular auxiliary. If we plug that into the bottom, that will allow the transmitter. So let me look up here. That's another problem, is it's hard to tell where it is. You can adjust it to show whichever station. I have it on 88.1, for example, and I believe this is on 88.1 as well. So if we turn it up, now there's nothing on that station, but before there was something on there, so you can use, oh, what was that? I don't know. You can use a station that's already in use, actually, to play your songs. So let's play, find a song here that everybody will know. This could take a while. Well, I'm not going to play it for too long, so we'll just do this one right here. I don't even know what this is. Okay, so play this. Of course, you can adjust the volume on both. Those are my subs in the back. But anyway, you can, it plays perfectly fine. There's no static. I'll turn it up again a little bit. No static at all. Transmitting through the FM transmitter there. So that's a plus. One other thing you can do is, what was I going to say? Oh, plug directly into the system, which is just a matter of unplugging this auxiliary, plugging it in here. You're going to need a little bit of a longer one, though. The reason why I really bought this was just to have a nice dock for it so I don't have to have my iPod down here, and also to charge it at the same time. But be really, really careful. Let me turn this off. Be really, really careful when you're buying this to check where your cigarette lighters are, because mine, it's not going to work for me, and I'm going to use it. My parents are going to see. Now I unplugged it, and that's a station that's in use. So that's a very good plus there for the FM transmitter. You know, some transmitters are really crappy, don't let you do that. So this is definitely highly recommended. As far as the FM transmitting part, you just need to really check where your cigarette lighter is. For instance, this is about as well, you could see the comparison here. It's not too big, so, and also turning it sideways doesn't always hold either. But if you have a smaller iPod, it might hold better. As far as anything else though, I mean, it plays crystal clear through the FM transmitting part. I really like it. It's got a nice grip here on the sides. It holds it together nice. It doesn't feel too crappy, I guess you could say. It's nice and solid, and this holds its bend here. It's got coated in plastic, sort of, so you don't pinch your fingers in there. And I would definitely highly recommend this. I believe it was $15 or so with shipping and handling, so it's worth a try, even if you're not gonna use parts of it. Like, for instance, I wasn't even going to use the FM transmitting part, but if you're looking for a good FM transmitter, this one works for anything that you can plug in with a USB cable. You can charge anything as long as it'll fit in between here. This is about 2 inches wide, so if your device is 2 inches wide, you want to stick it in there, it'll probably fit. I hope this review hasn't been too long. Let's see how long it is. I can't even see. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay guys, so that's about it. That's all I got to say. I really don't have a lot to say. I haven't really used it a lot, but I mean, it's not staticky at all. Works really well, and it charges your iPod at the same time. The LED blue light is really nice. I haven't looked at it at night yet, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be too bright where you get those ones that will blind you in the middle of the night when you're driving. So that's a good thing as well. So again, this is about $15 for this thing, and it's an iPod docking system. It works for anything that you can charge with the USB that will fit in the 2-inch span here. So remember that my mom is actually going to use this one for her Zune, because that's what she has, and this one's going to fit because it's got the USB in there. So that's mainly the reason why I bought it, is to check if it would work on a Zune or anything else, and yes, it will with that USB. You could also charge 2 things at the same time, so it also acts as a cigarette lighter to USB converter, if you will. So that's about all I have to say. Nice build quality, nice and solid device here, and works real well. So I would recommend it, but just really check where your cigarette lighter is. And most cars have more than one. I happen to only have one because this is an older car. So pay attention to that. And if you want to buy it, links in the description. Rate it. I mean, don't rate it. You can't rate it. Like it, favorite it, comment on it, and all that stuff. You can check the link in the sub bar, pants bar, below bar, down bar. What you guys got to tell me what you want me to call that. Every YouTuber has a different name for it. You guys got to leave that in the comments what you want me to call the bar down below. So anyways, check that in the description below for a link to buy this, and also a link to the site, and go check out the blog. So I'll see you guys next time.